35,000 North Texas animals received a second chance in 2017. Animals that had been abused, deserted, and left to fend for themselves. Animals like KD.
She's become the best dog anybody can ask for, actually, so we've gotten real lucky.
Surrounded by a loving family, KD doesn't like it when her favorite people go too long without petting her. But things weren't always happy for this young pup.
We really didn't know anything about her past. We had a feeling that she probably had a rough past, but we didn't know any details.
Her difficult journey started last August when animal advocates found her abandoned on the side of Dowdy Ferry Road, a street notorious for animal dumping. A surveillance system had been installed and caught everything. A man getting out of his car, yanking KD from his back seat, and abandoning her on the side of the road.
I came across the dumping video when I was scrolling through Facebook, and I was shocked. I was heartbroken. I was just completely shocked that someone would have abandoned our dog on the side of the road. Katie's so perfect, so sweet. She never deserved that.
I remember getting the video, watching it, and thinking, wow, how can somebody do that?
That's when the SPCA of Texas animal cruelty investigators stepped in. They had the job of finding the man in the video that had now grabbed national attention.
The one thing that stood out about this case was everything was right there for me. The video was black and white. The crime was committed. So a lot of animal cruelty cases can be complex at times. And I think with this one, it was right there in front of us.
KD was brought to the SPCA of Texas during the investigation, where her road to recovery and healing began. Every animal has to go through both a physical examination and a behavioral one.
When we're talking about recovery of dogs that have been through these kinds of situations, some of them progress fairly quickly like Katie did. That's probably in the smaller percentage group. The majority tend to take somewhere in the 10 to 16 week range.
After her first physical exam, vets found out that KD was heartworm positive, which is just one of the many problems animals from cruelty cases typically have.
A lot of these animals are underweight and malnourished. We then look for any urgent medical matters that need to be taken care of, things like fractures, wounds.
Except for being heartworm positive, KD was mostly healthy. She started the painful treatment, which takes months to complete. But nothing could keep this pup down. Throughout her time in the shelter, KD spent time with multiple people, each one helping animals on their road to recovery. And volunteers are a big part of this process. Volunteers who give their time to do things like walk and bathe the animals at the SPCA of Texas.
I volunteer here at the SPCA of Texas because of my dog, Capone, died from cancer. And so I'm here now to help dogs, such as Katie, who have been in trouble.
Within a few weeks, she was ready to go out on the adoption floor.
As the director of pet placement, it's my and my team's role to find animals loving homes, whether that's through adoption or foster or any means possible. It's our role to match the animal with their new adopter and start the next chapter of their lives.
That's when KD met Reagan and Zach. The connection was instant. She loved them and they immediately fell head over heels for her. After a few days of being home with her new family, the man who left KD on the side of the road was arrested. He admitted everything.
It is hard seeing some of these cases firsthand. I think anybody, not only investigators, law enforcement, or even just the general public, seeing animals like that is sad at times, but I think from an investigator standpoint, it's seeing the recovery of these animals when they're removed from those situations helps us close that chapter and move on to the next case.
There's no need to go out and dump an animal. It's certainly a violation of the law, and the outcome could have been tragic in the case of KD. In this case, KD had a positive outcome.
As for KD and her family, they moved on, with KD making progress every day. She's no longer the scared puppy left on the side of the road. She's a caring dog, just happy to be loved and sitting in between her two favorite people.
Rescues, they really are the best breed. they're very appreciative, very grateful for having a new home.
It takes a team to bring them to safety, and an even bigger one working behind the scenes to make them whole again.
Katie is one of tens of thousands of animals that we've seen in over 80 years that have come in through rescue, rehabilitation, and rehoming. And I want to thank all of those that are dedicated in making sure that these pets receive the proper care and the final outcome to a loving home.
My name is Art Munoz. I'm the Chief Investigator for the SPCA of Texas, and I help animals like KD.
I'm Dr. Joanna Harchett, and I help animals like KD.
My name is Justin Kempf. I'm a volunteer, and I help dogs like Katie at the SPCA of Texas.
Thank you, SPCA of Texas, for bringing our family together.
For over 80 years, the SPCA of Texas has rescued, rehabilitated, and rehomed animals. Your support tonight will make a life-saving difference for thousands of North Texas animals. Thank you for making a difference. Thank you for being the difference.
Your generosity helps ensure that tens of thousands of pets find happy homes in Texas.
We hope you enjoy this wonderful evening. Thank you for providing Freddie to us, and may God continue to bless the SPCA of Texas.